Conor Benn crushed Manny Pacquiao's former rival flat on face in devastating KO of the Year contender. Conor Benn made the leap to the fringes of world level in the most emphatic fashion possible. Benn, son of Nigel, will take on Chris Eubank Jr. in a blockbuster rematch this weekend at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.Victory for the Destroyer will give him sweet revenge after falling to defeat in their original April clash and a potential world title shot. It has been a turbulent few years for Benn, but things were moving at a frightening pace prior to his failed drugs test in 2022, for which he was later cleared. And in 2021, Benn announced himself on the world stage against Algieri, a former foe of Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr. Conor Benn's brutal KO of Chris Algieri. Algieri was past his best, but it was a significant step up for Benn as he looked to push towards level. The American had only fallen short against the elite fighters including Amir Khan, Spence and Pacquiao, who have all reigned as world champions. And for Benn, he had victories over the likes of Sebastian Formella and Adrian Granados, but he was keen to show his KO power would translate to a higher level. He did exactly that from the very opening bell, getting his breakthrough moment in the second round. It was a short, sharp left hook to the temple of Algieri, which sent him staggering across the ring. After losing his balance from the pummeling blow, Algieri quickly bounced back to his feet and beat the count. He lasted the round, but momentum had completely swung in his favor. Algieri tried to plug away, but in the fourth period, he was put away in the most devastating fashion. It was a booming right hand which crushed into his opponent's temple and halted him in his tracks. Algieri was planted onto his face, and the fight was quickly halted by the referee. Benn screamed in delight, in what was a big moment in his career. Post-fight, Benn set his sails on a world title shot and insisted he was on his way to the top. He even suggested he would be open to facing Kell Brook in a mega fight which never materialized. What happened to Conor Benn after this huge KO? Benn was set on the world-level trail, but was met with the looming possibility of a commercial fight deal, a clash with Eubank Jr. After then blasting out Chris Van Heerden to improve his world rankings again, the Destroyer decided to steer away from the belts and take the huge legacy-defining bout. But it ended in disaster as a failed drugs test collapsed the contest and stalled his career. Benn did get back on track, but at a higher weight as the Eubank Jr. fight was finally revived 3 years later after he was cleared. Now he hopes to earn a world title shot with revenge victory over Eubank Jr., but wants to step back down in weight. Mario Barrios is the key name in contention for 2026, with the WBC welterweight champion open to Benn's challenge.